But if
All
you go
right, so
outside,
now I'm getting some audio.
Now you're getting what?
We're good to go.
Oh.
Now I'm
Good to
getting
go.
audio, so we're good to go.
Oh.
so everyone's good to go. Everyone's good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, we are recording.
We're recording. I'm very excited. Should I clap?
Yeah.
Should I? I should, right?
Do it.
How's that? You like that?
That's pretty good.
How do I look? I can't see myself. Do I look good, Jake?
No.
Stop the work and fucking hold for everything.
And hold for
Everything.
Sing your own song, bro. Get over yourself.
What do you fucking mean? Everyone loves my song.
That's really the only thing anyone likes about this show. And I'm so glad that we have it. You know?
Yeah, my mom has decided to watch the most recent episode and thinks we say the word fuck too many times.
Oh, fuck you.
Don't say that
Not
about
your
my
mom.
mom.
Not your mom. Cut that out, Jess. Cut that out. I can't have this. Oh, shit. There's Jake.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm joining.
Here
I
we
figure
go.
we'll
I'm
probably.
just like, I found
it's-
out why. Oh, look, Jake's here.
Yeah.
I found out why I couldn't, like, my audio sounded like shit.
Why?
Because this wire for the audio box is, like, janked.
The one that you've been talking about for 2 weeks, about how you had an audio box and
It's like, because it's not the full-on headphone wire. You need that fucking stupid adapter, and I think the adapter got stripped. So it's like one of those where you, like, play with it, and it'll go in both earphones.
what do I need to buy? What do I need to buy?
What you need to do is stop scratching yourself on camera.
You don't like that?
No.
I just
Yeah, what I want our viewers to really see is just Eric just all under his shirt.
I feel like nobody's watching, so I'm just
You see the views. We get some people, and then
no,
they.
no. Oh no, I didn't mean that. I meant I mean the views have been going a little bit up. Anyway,
Oh, I watched a video today. Well, listened to a video in the car about how to get
Of-
more views.
oh god.
And we're
Well,
we're
maybe
fucking
let's not
up.
spoil the. Yeah, let's not spoil those secrets live on air.
We're fucking up every which way we can.
Are we?
Yeah.
I have a clicker thing. Hold on. I'm gonna count how many times we say fuck.
Oh
It's
my
at
God,
least
yes.
5, so I'm starting there.
All right, so
We
Jess,
have a fuck
Jess,
counter.
you have one job for the next 3 days, and that's to put a fuck counter in
I got you.
the top. Please don't do that. I don't want
I'll only be able to give you a total number. I won't be able to tell you when
Where
they
yeah.
Oh.
are. Yeah. We could just say at the end of the episode we can just say how many we had.
It's just for your mom.
Did you ever see Cinema Sins?
No.
Yeah.
At the end, he like puts how many sins were in the whole thing.
Yeah. It's basically the same idea.
Eric, you've never seen Cinema Sins?
Listen, we're not here for cinema sins.
Dude, you
Yeah,
are.
we're not a podcast that reviews other review shows. Like,
He's the
though that's the meta content our fans want. We're not giving it to them.
Eric is the epitome of Cinema Sins, though. He is that guy. I'm convinced it's secretly Eric running that account.
Yeah.
So wait, what do? They review other review shows?
No.
Oh, I thought you were being.
They review movies. No, I was saying that we shouldn't get into cinema sins because it's also a review. Like, it's talking about shit that's going on in movies still and then rating them. So if we start reviewing the review show, it starts getting into a different territory.
How much of this are we gonna keep in the episode, or is this
A
just us
lot. I'm
talking?
keeping
A lot
all
of
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
great. All right, so welcome to the Whole for Everything podcast. I guess we should whatever. I guess somebody should keep time, or we'll just wing it. I guess.
I have a
All right.
stopwatch going.
This
Whatever.
also will tell me that there's 5 minutes left.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I should have button.
So yeah, so yesterday we were supposed to actually, I mean, we're here with Jess and Jake, and we're all over Zoom right now because we couldn't make it there in person because I'm an asshole, and I'm sorry, and I may or may not have cried in a 14-foot truck last night, screaming at the top of my lungs. Had nothing to do with the podcast. It did a little bit, but it was more so. It was more so just like a metaphor for my life and how it's been going for the last few months. And it was all because of a box of mandarins. And, long story short, I wrapped a really long night, and it was about hour 13. They had me driving around a truck, and they decided to tell me to go find a place to park the truck as if that was my job. Anyway, long story short, I was about to head over to the podcast, pick Jake up. The truck spot turns me away. They said, we're full. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? It's called Fast Park. You guys are supposed to park me fast, and I'm supposed to leave and go home.
You did not say that.
I didn't say that. I was pissed. So then
I'd have a lot more respect for you had you said that.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, the poor guy's there at 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever time it was. Anyway, so I text the production. I'm like, yo, this is not my job. I shouldn't be looking for parking. They're like, actually, it's a good thing you didn't park yet because we need you to come back to the office in Manhattan. And I go, what are you talking about? I just came from Manhattan. Now I'm in Brooklyn. She's like, yeah, there's a box of mandarins that's in the office. We needed to pick it up. I go, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is something that I actually did say in the text message. And Jess, you know these people.
Yes, I do.
Very nice people. But yesterday was out of control. It was probably the worst. I don't know. I just felt like lower than low yesterday. Like, they really made me go out of my way to go pick up a box of mandarins when they could have easily just taken an Uber with the box home and then brought it set the next day. And the excuse was, oh, I just had surgery. I can't carry the box. But the box was carried down to the doorman who handed me the box. So I don't really understand. Whatever. And now we're here on Zoom. But it doesn't look terrible. Everyone looks good, except for me.
Well, like I said on text earlier, you look like you're about to go into how Donald Trump's still actually the president, and it's all fake news. It's the election fraud.
I like how you got your little set deck going on. You got your half-empty Modelo, your keys all laid out.
Oh, the keys.
Meanwhile, I'm just in my room.
I was about to look like Jake, and I wanted to avoid that because I just thought
I have no other ways to rearrange my room. This is all it is.
My room is a disaster right now to make it appear as though this looks official as fuck. But I'm using a food table where the laptop is, and behind that is the TV, and behind that is the wall, and to my right is my gaming chair, which is pushed up against the closet next to another food table, which is holding this microphone because it won't attach to the table that I'm in front of.
We're in kind of...
Oh, yeah, you have that stupid clamp mic thing, don't you?
Yeah.
I have a dilemma, too. I'm too short. Like, I want to be higher, but if I go higher, I'm out of the camera.
Right, so what I did was I put a box underneath the laptop so that it's sort of level with me. That's why I moved it, because I just looked weird, like it was looking up at my nose, and I just felt uncomfortable.
Well, that's not too bad. I can sit like this. That's not bad.
Plus, this way I can't really look at myself. Like I can see myself, but I can't really see if I look like shit or not. So I can kind of just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when I'm talking, my face doesn't pop up on the thing. I don't know if that makes any sense. Are you
totally
laughing because my face is there?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, speaking of, what were we just talking about? What did you say, Donald Trump? Some shit like that?
Yeah.
Did you see we don't have to talk about it too long, but I just saw it. I was in a hotel, and John Oliver, he did an episode
Oliver?
John Oliver?
Yeah, you kind of ignored the entire middle of that one.
I know. The L doesn't matter in his name.
Apparently not, the V doesn't either.
Oliver. He did a whole episode about the vaccinations.
Yes.
And it was just 25 minutes of him debunking every single vaccination lie that's come out in the last year or not year, however long the vaccinations have been out. 6 months, I would say.
Something around there.
You're gonna tell me all of it after I got my vaccine?
No, he was debunking it. He wasn't saying anything bad about it. John Oliver, I did it again. I can't say the fucking guy's name. He's I don't know. I texted like all of my Trump friends and I was like, bro, you have to watch this because this is just everything that you guys come at me with. He solved it in 30 minutes. Everything you think.
But like the lead singer of Stained, man.
Lead singer of Stained is never wrong. He can't be wrong.
He wrote a song about it.
He really did write a whole. I've yet to finish that entire song because I was just. So if you don't understand what me and Jake are talking about, Jess.
Holy shit! Why'd your audio just jump?
In a good way?
No, definitely not. I heard it too.
It got like super loud real fast for no reason.
All right.
I thought you adjusted something.
I didn't
Turns
touch
out you
anything.
didn't.
No, I kind of just like hit it with my tooth and then got nervous and moved back. So maybe. No, am I back on track?
Yeah, it's fine now.
I
Yes.
unmirrored myself. Okay, go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
It's okay. So anyway, so Jess, my friend, he sent me this thing. You know the singer of Stained, or you know the band Stained.
I know the band. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
who the lead singer is. No.
Anyway, so apparently he's like,
Frontman, not lead
super
singer.
conservative and he doesn't believe in COVID, or I don't know what he believes in, but he wrote this whole song about how he was getting his freedoms taken away from him. And my friend sent it to me because he knows that, you know, I like Stained or whatever, and I guess he thought that this guy was he was gonna own me in some way. So I listened to about a minute of the song and then I just ripped into it with my friend, and it was just awful. He just kept talking about how like his freedoms were taken away because of the vaccination, because of COVID and masks and like all this other shit. And
I think I brought it up last episode, but I should just polish up, like actually finish my make sure I say that, satirical anti-mask song. And we can like side by side comparison them. See how much I nailed that, how much I nailed it or messed it up.
you have to make it the exact same time too. I think it's like 3 minutes and something seconds.
I don't know.
No, I know.
I'm not gonna change this. It's already finished. I just never like actually mixed it. I just like on a whim was like, fuck it. I guess I said fuck.
Yeah.
But
whoa,
like,
you got it in your hand?
Yeah, it's the little clicker thing from when I used to work with kids with autism.
So Jake is I don't know how much we're keeping from before we started, but Jake is counting how many times we say fuck because his
Eric,
My
you
mom
didn't
doesn't
even
like
do
it.
the intro.
I did do
You
the
didn't-
intro.
Yeah,
No,
he
you
did.
didn't.
Yes, he
I
did.
did.
He didn't do hello everybody.
I did.
Welcome
I
to
did.
everything."
I swear to God.
He did actually say it.
You did.
Yeah, I promise that he did.
Look, when Jake
I
comes
thought
to
he
my
just went
defense,
right
then I
into
know
it.
that I'm right.
I could have swore he just went right into it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes me feel
no
so
way
good
I'm-
when Jake
Yeah.
backs me up. I was like, wait, what? And then Jake had my back, and I was like, yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, have fun trying to find that now, Jess.
I'm trying to find what.
Me saying, welcome to Hold for Everything.
I love that this is on Zoom because I can like pick my microphone up.
Yo, honestly, but last week I know
Jake's gonna kill me.
No, Jake said something to you last week, and I actually watched the episode, and I was like, wow, Jess is kind of low. So yeah, so he was right to scold you.
No, I know he was right to scold me. Because I actually
The issue that we have with like the dynamic microphones, just I guess to get it out of the way, is that they don't pick up a whole lot of outside noise, which is good when we're recording in someone's house. But you do have to be kind of close to them to get like good audio. So I think just because you're manipulating all like the video and stuff and like putting the topics on the screen, it ends up being like you're looking at a bunch of shit, so you're not always in front of the microphone like me and Eric are.
Right,
Yeah,
so you
that's
should
what
be
it
wearing
was.
headphones all day, every day, Jess.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think that'll change anything. I think she'll
Well,
still,
no,
Yeah,
but then
it's
she'll
more-
know.
Look
I
up.
did.
Oh, right.
I
She
did
wouldn't
test it
know.
though.
yeah,
I
she
did-
still has to move her head around.
But
She
no, when I
wouldn't-
set up the audio box last night, I was like going in and out. I'm on camera.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that. But I was like moving to see how far the distance was, and it's actually not far at all.
Yeah. You get like a solid, like, I'd say anywhere if 6 to maybe at best 10 inches away from the mic.
Yeah, and it has to
And
be in a certain
that's-
position. If I move
Yeah.
this way, see, it doesn't pick it
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
That's like this is hold for everything reviews microphones now, I
reviewing-
guess. But we haven't gotten to a single.
Speaking of
we haven't gotten
reviews,
to a
okay.
single.
No, we got to a topic. We talked about John Oliver.
Oh yeah, we did.
So yeah, speaking of reviews, I just got off, not off the phone. I was just texting with one of the actors from Mayor of Easttown. I don't know if you watched yet, Jake, but
No, by the time
Wait,
that you were
hold on.
texting that it was on.
You were texting Kate Winslet?
I was not texting Kate Winslet, and I did not let her know that you didn't know who the fuck she was last week. Oh, I just said fuck again, and I did it again.
We're at 14, guys.
Damn.
I also probably missed one or two here and there. So
Fuck.
If you look up Robbie Tan, he's one of the two brothers that I don't really understand what their importance is in the show.
Why do I know who that is?
I'm not sure.
Do you want
But
me to
he's-
share the screen?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we can since we have it. Kind of. I mean, once we
do
get
we
this-
ever like share the stuff that you're looking at on the
No.
videos?
No.
No.
Then I'd say why bother doing
Yeah.
it
Okay.
this
And
time.
even in the recording, I set it so that it's just recording us anyway.
Okay. So anyway,
Yeah, so-
I was just texting with Robbie because I was on our favorite website, Collider, and they were
your favorite website.
You're right. They were ranking the possible killers on the show, and he was the 10th or 12th. I think they gave 12 options. He was the 12th person.
How do you spell his name?
Robbie, Robbie,
Mm-hmm.
and his last name is Tann.
Oh, that's why.
But yeah,
Eric's just flinging bottle caps everywhere to
I'm
put
sorry.
more noise. I have to edit out.
I just assumed like nobody can hear anything outside of these mics.
No, you're using a better mic than the other stuff we normally do.
Oh, okay, cool. So I sound
Oh, you
legit.
were gonna
Oh yeah, you were
gonna
there.
cast him.
You
yeah.
filmed his audition for something that I wrote.
Who does he
like,
play?
A year ago.
Yo, maybe I just can't tell people. Maybe that's another issue I have. That, like when they're in hair and makeup for character, I can't tell who's who.
He literally looks exactly the same as he did when he was on.
Yeah, I
at the
know.
audition.
I recognize
they
him
gave
from
him
the
a slightly
audition,
different
not the
haircut?
show.
No,
I recognize
he's got
him
a
from the
hat on,
audition,
Jake.
not the
He's
show.
got a hat on.
Oh, he's got a hat on, so
Yeah.
she can't tell who it is anymore.
Maybe I'm just bad at like
Nah,
recognizing.
maybe
people.
he is the killer. He's so good at disguising himself that that would be sick if he was the killer, and then I could.
I'm not
like,
gonna lie.
Maybe ask him to like be on the show or some shit like that.
In this episode, I kind of thought it was Evan Peters a little bit. He was giving me killer vibes. Little
Dude,
bit.
that scene was really fucking good. The one where when they're at the bar
Yeah.
and he's like he's borderline crying, and I forgot what he said. I posted it on my stories. Jake, if you looked at my stories, you might remember it because I don't remember it. But he's talking to Kate Winslet, and he's just talking about like all the really shitty things that have happened in his life, and he's like, damn, I don't want to. I can't.
I
quote
do
him.
remember what scene you're talking about.
It was so good. And I mean, maybe because it was relatable and I'm fucking depressed, but I heard that click. I'm sorry.
I gotta say, we're not at 20 minutes in yet, and we have 20. So
Hey,
my
One
mom
minute,
is right.
One a
yeah.
minute.
It turns out
1 minute.
my mom is right. We probably do swear too much.
Yo, can we have your mom on as a guest?
Oh, she hates video chats more than I do, so
Oh.
probably
Well-
not, but maybe. She
well,
is watching Mayor of Easttown, so
Is she really?
she could. Yeah, she probably could. At least last time I talked to her. Sometimes, but it's on HBO, so she probably
Why
wouldn't.
did that even come up in conversation? Or you just told
What,
her, like,
us
oh,
swearing?
No. The fact that she's watching that show.
Oh, well, when I was home last, she, like, I think the first episode happened or it was about to happen.
Probably. Yeah.
We're only 3 weeks in, so I think it was
Yeah.
like the first episode was about to happen.
It also they also skipped a week, I think, with one
Yeah.
of them. So it's been 4 weeks,
but
3 episodes.
I think she mentioned that she was like, "Oh, I heard of it. I looked up like the general idea." You know, she likes a lot of crime dramas and stuff like that. So
Me and
it
your mom would
makes
get
sense.
along.
Did she watch
I
Broadchurch?
mean, my mom gets along with almost everyone. I don't think so.
Dude, she'd probably get blown away by that.
I think she would love Broadchurch as well. Like it's just one of the best. But I think also it being a BBC show, like not necessarily that she doesn't like British stuff, but that I
Yeah.
don't think that it's just like on her radar in the same way. She'll
Right.
probably watch the American version by accident and then be like, "This show's
Oh.
terrible. Why are you guys hyping it so much?"
What was the American version called?
It was still called Broadchurch. I'm pretty certain
No,
it wasn't.
I don't think so. But I
think-
maybe.
I
don't
think
think
UK shows are better than their American counterparts, with the exception
Typically.
of Shameless.
Yeah, I constantly forget that Shameless started off British.
And The
But I
Office.
think-
I'll
I think-
give the American Office the upper hand over the UK as well. Those two.
Well, I was gonna say I think it's because those are both comedies, and I think it's just a different type of humor. I mean, we do enjoy that type of humor, but we don't enjoy it as much as our own. I would say maybe that's just an opinion of mine. Like I can't get really into all of Ricky Gervais's show, even though I find him funny. I really just can't sit there.
I don't
and,
know
like,
if that's the case for me, because there's Australian shows called like Fat Pizza and Houseos, and I find those shows freaking hilarious. I
Right.
saved it.
Oh God.
I think part of it is
freaking-
also like the film unions and stuff are a bit stronger in the UK, and that's why almost everything is like at best 10 episode seasons.
as opposed
And
to
so like
25.
yeah, like in in the US sometimes it's just like, "Oh, what are you filming?" and you hear the name from someone, it's just like, "Oh God, I can't believe you're working like 8 straight months on one thing."
Yeah,
It's like
Law and Order, 56 episodes per season.
yeah, it's like you're just never not working. That's terrible, but it's also the life you already live. But
It's also for the writers. It gives them like a limited amount.
Well,
of
that's what I was saying.
episodes to.
I think
It'd be
because
good.
it's longer, because it's longer, you get a bit more time to like adjust and like bring like lengthier jokes into it and stuff like that. Bigger setup over the course of a single season.
Right.
But
Jess.
we done talking about Mare of Easttown?
Oh no, I was just gonna
kind
jump
of-
right back into
okay.
it. No, it's okay.
I thought you were yelling at me for yawning. You
Oh,
have to
no.
be like Jess right when I yawn.
No, I didn't see you yawn.
No yawning.
You did
No
yawn
yawning,
last
only
week.
yawny.
No, that wasn't me. I didn't yawn last
No,
week.
no, no. It was
Oh.
Jake did. All right, thoughts on the episode. Quick thoughts on the episode.
I thought it was good. I thought this
Okay.
one. There's not much to really say about
Yeah.
overall as an episode. I still think we're not
I'm
far enough.
not gonna lie, I fell asleep the first 2 attempts that I tried to watch it.
Did
Like,
you?
The only reason I finished is because we took yesterday off, which is when
Also-
I finished the episode.
But also, I don't know like what to say without spoiling too much, unless I'm allowed to spoil. Then
Yeah, we could spoil that. I mean, I don't think anyone's watching
So
this.
did
Episodic
they-
reviews.
Did they
Yeah.
show her planting the drugs? Did they show her? Because
They didn't. No,
I
they
missed
they
that scene. I think.
They showed her taking it out of the room. They showed her. They didn't show her marking down on the paper, but they showed her taking it out of the room, and then he comes and he's like, "I know you planted the drugs." It was kind of like a weird thing, like not
It
not
was
that.
random. It was kind of like not random. I know that the storyline is with the grandson, but it was just she didn't seem like that type of character. I guess until she did.
It's also just like there's just so much going on that it's like, bro, what small town is like this? There's just the dad might have a kid.
Twin
with this-
Peaks.
Twin Peaks also is set in like next to like a portal to
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
what is it called, Purgatory or something like the fucking.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
You haven't seen
I
Twin
watched the
Peaks?
first season and then stopped because I was like, this is too much for my brain.
Twin Peaks was wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't find it boring, but I just think like the first half was like super slow. The cliffhanger was
stupid. It was unnecessary.
Not a cliffhanger. It was just like, all right, well,
No, it was definitely meant to be a cliffhanger.
How does this make me want? Yeah, it's like basic shit. It's like, oh, I better not see you working on this case again. Like that's
she's gonna. That's the thing. Like yeah,
dude.
No, I agree. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Okay, but
I still can't wait to watch the next one. Like it's a bingeable TV show. It would be super successful if they let you binge it. The fact that it's every week, it gives you a chance to get bored. Like,
nah, well, no, but I was.
Yeah, I watched it 2 days ago, and now I don't really care so much. 2 days ago, I was like, "Show me the next episode." Now I'm like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, but then Sunday you're gonna.
That just might be an attention span thing.
But if we weren't gonna review the next episode for the podcast, I probably wouldn't watch it.
Damn. No.
In all honesty.
I do want to know.
You don't have to keep going. I'll be caught up by next week, so I can just take your place as person who's helping review the show.
Cinematography, though, that's one thing. The cinematography, I do actually thoroughly enjoy.
It's literally the cinematography. It's literally Broadchurch. It's like super gray and depressed. Everyone's sad. Like everyone's life.
But it's
sucks.
not. Broadchurch wasn't gray in the way that like a lot of the stuff today is gray. Like it's dreary, but like it doesn't have that like weird grayish blue wash over top of it that makes all the colors seem dull. It's like it basically is like, oh, we filmed this in Ireland,
right? Yeah.
This has little spots of like, I don't know how to explain.
It's always raining. Like, where do they get all this rain from?
Everything looks better wet on camera, first of all.
Right.
But.
Well, so what I was going to say was if they do go the Broadchurch route, the killer in Broadchurch, Jess, was was it ex-husband? Or the husband of...
current husband.
It was the husband of one of the detectives. Now, I don't think it's the ex-husband in Mayor of Easttown. I don't think me neither. Just because there's so much story on this guy that would be like, all right.
Yeah, it would be way too obvious.
But I read so Collider wrote a list, and Robbie was last. Our new friend Robbie was last. But the number one person on the list was the person that you would least expect, which is...
I think it's the deacon, as of right now. Well, maybe not.
If it's one of the priests, then I'm just like, every show's got the priest. You saw that. I cut myself off.
Yeah, I read the notes. Yeah.
Wait, what? What did I write?
In the Yasuke notes.
With
you wrote that like the priest is a bad guy. That's boring.
We'll get into that after. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think anyone would actually read them. I can't.
Well, while we were waiting to set all this up, I went through them and saw that you actually wrote notes. And I was like, oh, that's a first. Eric wrote notes.
Oh, you wrote notes? Why? Because I said I took notes last week?
No. Because when it comes to reviews, like, I will forget.
Oh, we now have unlimited minutes.
No, unlimited minutes.
Hey, how'd you do that?
Yeah, I didn't get that notification, and I'm the host. Oh, now Jake's dropping shit. Look at that. Role reversal.
Oh, hold on. I got to reach across to get this out of here.
Wait, where did you see unlimited minutes?
It just popped up.
It popped up.
I'm sure. Well, it said you. It said you were the one that gave.
It said you did it. So yeah.
Did you just pay for this? Oh,
I hope not. I'll be invoicing Eric.
Well, we both got. So I guess let's test it because me and Eric both got the notification.
We did.
So.
All right. Anyway,
maybe Zoom is just like, here. Let's give these guys a little break.
They seem to be struggling.
I also could have. I also could have totally missed the memo and just not have been paying attention.
I mean, it just literally popped up right on our faces. It didn't give us.
Oh, nothing popped up on my fucking.
Oh, you're so screwed.
Yeah, then you didn't get it. So we'll find out when we get cut off. For some reason, me and Eric can sit here forever, but you're gonna have to reload into the meeting.
All right, I'm the host, so it's gonna end the minute I get kicked out.
All right, so to wrap up Mayor of Easttown, what it did say was that their top choice for the killer is her best friend, is Mayor's best friend, the woman, who is the person who told her that her ex-husband was the father of.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So Well, I'm not telling you. I'm telling whoever's watching.
Oh.
Yeah, this is actually still a podcast, not just us talking about the show.
It doesn't. It sucks that we're on Zoom. It's throwing me off. All right,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. Go.
No, but that's it. So I feel like it's either okay, but then the wild card, which would be insane, but also kind of stupid. Insane, and like if they did it right. Look at Jake just killing it with the yawns over there.
I hadn't watched the show.
That's whose fault is that? Yo, did you yawn the last time we talked about Kate Winslet on the show?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping this up. But anyway, they said that if it was Kate Winslet's character, Mare, then
It's definitely not Mare.
How do you know?
I don't think it's Mare. I mean, I guess it could be. That would be there's no season 2, unless they pull off Mare is the new Black and stick her in a prison or something.
It's limited series, so hopefully it's just not that means anything. I think Handmaid's Tale was a limited series until now we're on season 5.
Anyone else thinks it's weird that like Elizabeth Moss, like cult member of Scientology, is in a series that's just like about how cults are bad? Because
so
I don't
weird,
think she gets the message.
You're the one that told me, right?
That she was a Scientologist, or about Handmaid's Tale?
No, because we had a whole Scientology car.
Oh yeah, we did.
Scientology.
We had a whole car filled with Scientologists.
Anyways,
yeah.
Speaking of,
I mean, if anyone wants to learn more, you can watch Scientology and the Aftermath on Netflix. I have nothing to do with it.
I was gonna say it's just
I wish I did. Yeah.
Eric and Jake talking Scientology in the car. That's our new. That's our other show.
Oh, we could. I can just record it on my phone while we.
We should have a show on the way to Hold for Everything, like. On the way to Hold for Everything.
Like comedians in cars getting coffee.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
But just us being idiots.
Yeah, talking about shit that has nothing to do with anything. Who said the F word? Why did you click that?
I missed one of mine earlier.
Damn.
Oh, he just remembered.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, fast forward. Speaking of creepy priests and what Jake was speaking about before, Yasuke. Yasuke.
Yeah, Yasuke. No, Yasuke.
All right. So right off the bat, I will say that I've only seen one anime before, and I didn't finish it, but it was really good, and it was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The only reason I didn't finish because it was like multiple seasons and yada yada yada. It takes a while.
Yeah, a lot of animes. Like there's a few that are short. I was gonna say that one's. I also never finished it, but a lot of people I know who are in anime say it's like a good one.
Well, I was watching the Brotherhood one, which is apparently the shorter version, and just
I know it's not like super long. It's just
right. It's just
because there's anime out there that's like hundreds and hundreds of episodes.
Yeah, and
like,
that's not
stuff.
as bad. So maybe I'll take that with a grain of salt when I say that I thought it was really good for like the first half of the season. I thought was really good, and I was like, wow, I could really get into this. Like I generally can't really sit down and watch animes or cartoons or anything like that, but this I was maybe because it was for the podcast, so it was easier to do, and I knew that like we were gonna talk about it. But regardless, I thought it was very well done for the first half, and then they just kind of lost me towards the last half. I don't really know what it was. I don't know, but
I kind of agree.
Me too. I'm not even. I was sitting there nodding my head the whole time you were talking.
But I think what I think the issue ends up being is pacing. In that, like, I think if they took the story, like, there was only like 6 episodes, so if they did it how they did, like, if they did how they did the Marvel stuff, like when Marvel had the Netflix shows, and it was like 8 to 10 episodes or something like that. I think if they had split it, like not necessarily done this, but if they had taken all the stuff, all the cool things that they did, all the plot lines that they introduced in the first like 2-3 episodes, when the big bad was like looks like that priest guy, and they made that the first season,
right,
and then they like made the second season out of the next half. and it
Right,
gave it
right,
just
right.
more detail. Because I agree with you, it does seem at points like that things just happened, and you're like, oh, well, there's
Right.
no like,
I
there's no
think
setup for this really.
I think the two biggest things for me were the introduction to like who's the villain after the like the main villain,
The
the
daimyo.
yeah, the daimyo. Like the introduction to I know animes do that, like you know, you leave a little cliffhanger at the very end, but to me I was just like they really just added the scene to the end of this episode, and that's how we are
Yeah.
introduced to it. And then the
Well, I
other
think.
one, no, go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say like, yeah, it is like the first time we see them, but I think what we're supposed to get is like that scene in the beginning where like Nobunaga's forces are overrun and like he kills himself. I think we're supposed to be like, what we get from that is like, oh, that was the daimyo's forces doing that. Like, so we
Right.
do have like clips of a bigger bad than the priest ended up being, but you're right, it doesn't tie seamlessly.
So I mean, maybe you kind of explain that a little better because I didn't really understand why he killed himself. But so you're saying that the daimyo had control over him, and that's why he did that?
No. His so basically, the daimyo, he's trying to unify Japan. This is
Right.
taking
That
place in the period before, like pre-unification.
I got that.
So he's trying to do that. His like armies come under assault from the daimyo. They get just obliterated. Like
Right.
Yasuke and was it Morisuke? The doctor. They're the only like survivors, I think. Morisuke.
Okay.
Like they're the only survivors of that whole thing. So I think it's like kind of failure inspired seppuku.
What's the?
If you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's like where it's like some old practice where like if you I don't know the exact reasons why you do it, but it has stuff to do with like dishonor and stuff like that. You kill yourself basically. So I think like in his last moments, feeling as like a failure, knowing he's not going to get out of there alive anyway, just decides to end it.
Right.
Like I think that's it. It's just supposed to be dramatic, and if you know about like old samurai shit, then like him committing seppuku is like something that you would know. But if you don't, then it's just like, oh, he just stabbed himself in the gut.
Right. Well, I guess I just misread that whole thing because I thought he was killing himself to save the day, kinda.
No,
That's not. I get well because
kind of
yeah.
like he's forfeiting.
I didn't.
Like,
I guess I just missed that altogether. I don't know how, but
I think
Yeah.
basically he's saying that if he knows he can't win, and it's implied throughout the show that I'm struggling to remember his name, but that he's gay, and all he does is he confirms that his supposed lover, that I might be reading into that, but they like throw hints throughout the show.
that he's gay.
Yeah, with that one guy with the long black hair.
Right. Right.
So I think he confirms that he got away, and an understanding that like he can't win the fight, and if he runs, he's just going to be chased. Decides to die there to make certain that that guy can live on. Because if he's gone, then the battle ends, presumably, for that. But if he runs, he's going to be chased. They don't really... This is a problem with a lot of anime, is that they want you to read into it a little bit too much sometimes.
Well, that's why I kind of like the show because I was like, they're kind of walking me through it. Normally, I don't really understand things. I'm not very smart. We're all aware of this. And the show itself was just kind of, you know, I thought like it wasn't too many characters. I mean, it was a lot, but it was fine.
They kept the consistent cast pretty low.
Right. So
They introduced a lot of people, but not everyone was getting a lot of dedicated screen time.
Well, another thing I guess was either I don't know if it was good or bad is like they would introduce all these characters and then a lot of them would die, so I didn't really have to worry about like getting to know them. But one of the big things that I didn't like was they did that thing where like you have villains and they're really cool characters, and like as a viewer, like when you're watching wrestling and the heel, everyone starts cheering for the heel because he's like this really cool character. So they have all these bad guys in this show, and then all of a sudden they turn into good guys, and you're like, oh, this is really cool. But they did that for one episode and then killed all of them off immediately. They killed
Minus
off
one.
the wolf girl. They killed off
the mech.
The robot. Is that what you call it? A mech?
Yeah.
Like the robot
That's what
was
they called it
probably
in the show,
everyone's
I
favorite
think.
character, and they killed him off in the first. I'm sure they can bring the mech back, but like,
Didn't he
don't know.
blow himself up? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what
I don't even.
what-
The
I mean,
way
they
it
could, like,
ends, the way the whole show ends, doesn't lead me to believe that they have plans for a second season.
No, that's kind of why I was like, this led to absolutely nothing for me.
You know, I think it's because it's the only other anime I've ever watched, but the only thing I could think of in my mind was Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I think it's because I used to watch that when I was a kid, but that's the only thing that was going through my mind while I was watching it.
As far as the story, or
No, not the story. I just
the
literally
only
I have,
thing,
like,
like,
I
the
have
thing to
no
compare
idea.
it to.
Yeah, I have no idea why. But
oh.
that's just it was like in my head I was thinking like, oh, this is like an adult version of The Last Airbender.
I would-
It was
I would-
a deeper storyline to it.
I feel like if anyone's actually watching this, you probably just disrespected The Last
I'm
Airbender
sorry.
because
I'm
it's
so sorry.
like everyone's
I know it's like
favorite show.
sacred.
Yeah.
I know it's sacred, but I used to watch it on Nickelodeon.
The amount of
when I
people,
was, like, 10.
the amount of people that I mean, same. But the amount of people that I know who like rewatched it in the pandemic that are like in their 30s is insane.
Really?
Aren't
Really?
they? Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's also because
Oh yeah, because it came to Netflix and people had nothing better to do, so they're like, yeah, let's just rewatch Avatar.
But
And
I
I
think-
like it. It's a great
yeah.
show, but like, it's a lot of people were suddenly like, bro, did you watch it? I was like, yeah, a decade ago.
I think that's why I didn't really mind
More
watching,
than that at this point.
watching this though. I think it like gave me a little
Yeah.
bit of nostalgia. It was hard for me to follow, but I didn't care. I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
So in short, I guess it's pretty good. Could have been longer, more filled in, but overall, just like, yeah, enjoyable.
yeah.
I mean, I don't like anime, and I could sit there and watch it. So
Yeah.
I would
mean,
say,
if
yeah.
if they do a season 2, I don't know if
If
I
they
would
do
go
a season 2, I
out of my
hope that
way
they
to
give them more
wa-
episodes.
Right, to elongate.
Like as if this is a pilot season or something, maybe. Who knows?
That's kind of what it felt like. It felt like they were just like testing the waters with this, and
Yeah.
I didn't think like the animations were too far advanced where they needed to rush it out. You know what I mean? Like I guess based on I must have saw a video before before I watched the show. It just kind of looked like they did different things with the animation, but maybe they just picked and chose what they wanted people to see before watching the show. I wasn't like blown away by the animations or anything like that, and I'm like, this is Netflix, so
Wasn't it just typical anime animations though?
Yeah.
Like it didn't pull me out. I didn't think anything of the animations.
Yeah.
well, no, I mean, I didn't-
sometimes, yeah.
that's the
I
thing,
think
I
he's
didn't
saying that
think
there
anything
is
of
not
it.
something like super spectacular about it.
yeah,
Yeah, but
But
is
I think
there
that's
supposed
just
to
part
be?
of.
It's a style,
Well,
isn't it?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
That's
different
true.
studios pull different stuff off. Like, it's Netflix. I wonder how much of it is just like what the budget was, because the studio that actually animated it is like a big deal studio,
Right,
at least right now.
but
like,
also
it is like it was like there's other stuff that I've seen that like is way more fascinating looking.
I mean, maybe all the money went to Lakeith.
Maybe Lakeith and Flying Lotus.
I'm gonna be honest though, I don't think Lakeith needed to voice this guy. In my
Yeah,
opinion,
I think
Lakeith is Lakeith, and that's it.
yeah.
Like, he
I love
doesn't-
Lakeith Stan. I love him. The dude is fantastic. I want to be Superman because I think that'd be dope. Or I just want
a
vibed
hot
out
take.
Superman.
That's a hot take.
I said
Vibed
it when
out.
we
Oh,
talked
yeah, you
about
did,
Black
you
Superman
did.
the first time. It's not a new
did.
take, but what was I gonna say?
Some Lakeith
I-
and
Oh yeah,
because I was mentioning
like
his voice.
sometimes this happens with actual actors when they do voice acting, is that some of them can really do it, and then some of them, because they're not like in person doing motions and not like being the character in the moment, like physically, end up not doing as like as like good of a job as they are as like real actors.
It felt like
open it right into the microphone.
It felt like a. No, I just spilled it all over. It just kind of felt like a payday for Lakeith. Not that I'm saying he would do that, but
I think he wanted to do it, but I can't think of another time I've seen him be just a straight up voice actor.
It's true. I mean,
it's a different line of work. Like you do different stuff.
He's just not the guy I would use for a character that I would imagine people would want to be like unapologetically black. He's just like super monotone, and like I thought he would be like an Idris Elba, like a rough voice. Just I didn't feel like his voice matched the strong character that they were trying to portray.
In the calm moments, it did to me.
Right,
but I agree. Like there are moments where like it's supposed to be like yelling. Like you can tell based on the situation, it's supposed to be a whole lot more like emphasis and like just a stronger voice than what Lakeith gives it.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. But when it's just like conversational, I dig it. Like,
well, that's because
just people talking.
Right. But that's
but like
because he's being himself.
Yeah, but you're right. There are moments where it's supposed to be like a yell or like screaming or whatever, just like more guttural, and it doesn't quite get there for me either.
And here I thought that it was.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was pretty strong voice. Like it sounded pretty strong.
She does a podcast. Just does a podcast with me and you every week, so she's just like, "Oh my god, an actual baritone." Ooh la la.
That's exactly. I was like, "Oh, it is super manly." Made of me.
There's Edil versus me and Eric.
I don't know what I don't agree with the Superman thing. I don't know if you're saying that as a joke
or we're using it to segue.
Give me alternative Superman. I don't need him to be the same. I need him to be weird.
Dude, we can segue to your boy.
Let's segue.
Your boy.
I gotta tell you though. I could not get through the movie.
Nobody could. Nobody. Because,
they spoiled it. They spoiled it on Twitter.
Could watch that movie.
The cinematographer could not like black people, so like it looked like a bunch of silhouettes walking around in the movie, and it pulled me out.
And most of the movie is in the dark.
I fell asleep. So. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just looked like silhouettes, so I kind of fell asleep. Like I was in and out.
So it's just the Game of Thrones lighting problem where they're just like, we don't need to pay grips, I guess. We don't need to pay anyone to light things. What do you mean? And then it's like a whole supposed to be epic fight, and it's like everyone on Twitter is like, I can't see anything. Y'all remember that when like the world was like, unless you had like the best television that like produced like the most crisp black colors, you couldn't see anything on that screen.
It crushes all the blacks, but that's a big, like, all the network shows do that lately. All the blacks are crushed. You could see the pixels in the corner of your TV.
I think the show that like really started to light like darker tones is Insecure. They do a really fucking good job at lighting everybody on that show. And there's like no white people.
That's how I feel about.
Well, but that you can do it when you have like a good DP and a good like people who know how to do lighting. Like
it just makes it really beautiful.
We talk some trash about some of the stuff we've been on, but I think Listen's lighting was great when I'd walk onto sets. I'd be like, this is, I know no one's getting paid on this, but this is this is looking nice.
No, whenever I looked at the monitor, everything looked. I mean, that movie's never gonna come out, but it looked great. I still hate your boy. He's awful. We're talking about Michael. We're 2 minutes in, but we're talking about
nobody has no idea what movie we're talking about.
That's all right.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the movie yet. All we've talked about is how it's poorly lit, and we couldn't watch it all the way through.
You're gonna start the clip, and it's gonna say "without remorse," so people will know what we're talking about.
Start the clip with DP sucks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There was just nothing. Like the beginning of the movie happened, and I'm like, you know what?
We can title it Director of Photography, but spell it F-A-U-X.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Please. Please, just for me.
I just...
You're the editor. It would be you doing it.
Guys, it's after dark, okay?
It is pretty late. This is the latest. Is this the latest we've ever done the podcast?
No, the latest ever was, I think, episode 2, and we couldn't get XLR cables. I think we left Jess's house at like 1.
That was so funny, though. That day was just
Ride or die, ride or die.
Ride or die.
All right, so Michael B. Jordan, still trash. Awful.
Your mom's trash.
No, you know what?
I'm just kidding, Eric's mom.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't his mom.
Automatic response.
It was his grandmother that thought Michael B. Jordan was trash.
Oh
Too
wow, I
soon,
wasn't even
Jake.
referring. It was just an
Too
automatic
soon.
response to come out.
Oh.
Grandma died.
Eric, we talked about that. This is where we learned that she didn't like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, her dying wish would be for me to never watch another movie with Michael B. Jordan.
Unfortunately, he's probably gonna be the next Black Panther, so we're gonna have to.
Oh, is that true? Anyway, well, before we
Rumors.
get there,
No one knows who it's gonna be, but a lot of people
Wait,
think
how would
like
they do that?
that's likely.
I think it's gonna be the girl. I don't think they're gonna replace him anytime soon.
Wait, but how would
anytime
they
soon,
make
at
it
least.
Michael B. Jordan?
Resurrect Killmonger.
Yeah, they'll probably resurrect him.
No, okay.
You could literally just be like, oh yeah, it's side effect of the snap.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
I
that
don't.
they can
I
do
think
something.
just like
Yeah,
in
it's
real life,
it's the comic book movie.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly,
You don't have
yeah.
to put too much thought into how to bring people back.
I think people would just find it disrespectful if they do replace him anytime soon. Anyway,
Well,
without
I think
remorse.
maybe not make him the literal Black Panther as much as just make him the next
The main
lead of the movie. You know?
Aren't
Right.
they making a show? Wakanda Forever.
They're making
No, that's the movie. They just announced
Yeah.
the
the movie's coming out next year.
I could have swore there was gonna be a show too.
No.
Could have swore.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna fact check myself.
Let's keep talking about this shitty movie. It's maybe one of the worst movies I've
While
seen
I
in the
fact
last
check
2
myself,
years.
go ahead. I
This movie's
honestly,
terrible.
I tried to watch it 3 or 4 times and I kept falling asleep. And I was like, you
It's
know what?
awful.
Fuck this.
Everything
know
you
Lauren
think is going to
London
happen is what
dies.
happens. Everyone dies. Everyone dies in
Lauren-
the first 20 movies. 20
Lauren
movies of this
London
movie.
dies.
20 movies of this movie.
All
20 minutes of this movie.
this movie is 30 movies, and the first 20 movies, everyone dies.
Everyone dies. Dude, it was just like, and because he's not that great, this is just in my opinion. They worked this script around his acting because he was already attached to it. Like, you don't actually see his reaction to the wife dying. You do later on in the movie, and it's really not bad. I'm gonna give him credit for that, but they don't show him reacting to the death happening right in front of you. And the whole time I'm thinking they did this on purpose because they know that he can't pull this off. But then
you think that until they show the scene where he does.
yeah,
so.
I know, you're right.
And you know what? But
I
also-
stood corrected. I don't know, Jess. I don't know how far you got, but there's a scene where he, is he crawling? No, this is after the death.
I was,
just
like,
going.
in and
He just
out,
goes to
like-
revisit the death of his wife.
Yes,
and he
I
just
saw that.
he
scene.
just starts to break down, and
yeah,
I was like,
saw that.
he did a really good job there.
But also too, you have to like give the director a little bit of like, that's lazy. If you cast it around him, that's lazy. You should
mean, he's
cast
like-
appropriately, and then director do your job and get the performance out of the actors you want.
I guess, but he's like
Blame him for
he's
everything.
like top 5 biggest names out right now. so-
Eric's just a writer.
But he did
You
so
can't
good
blame
in
him
Black
for any of
Panther.
these
How could
things.
you
Damn.
not think he did good in Black Panther?
I didn't-
He was a
he-
fucking child star. He did good at. He did. He did good as a child star too.
He didn't. My grandmother says he didn't do good.
I was
as
gonna
child
say,
star.
He
like,
did.
Eric's whole opinion is based on his grandmother's opinion of child actor Michael B. Jordan on what General Hospital, like Days of Our Lives.
Dude,
What
you
was
gotta
it to
watch
live?
Hardball.
One
His-
Life to
You
Live.
gotta
Dude,
watch
you keep
Hardball.
talking about Hardball. This is what are we on, episode 2 again?
Yep. His little brother.
Well, every time we
died
talk
in the
about Michael B.
movie.
Jordan, we're going back to this point.
There was a scene that was really good. It was when he's in the building, and he just, I mean, it was ridiculous though. That's the only, like, this whole movie is ridiculous in and of itself. Like, Michael B. Jordan is literally super. They don't need to make a Superman movie because he's Superman in this movie because he basically he does a whole Die Hard in 20 minutes. He just wrecks his whole team. Like, if Michael B. Jordan was the lead in one of the Die Hard movies, the movie would be over in 15 minutes.
Well, but don't they do that in like all the John Wicks? Isn't that like
I
why we
know.
love them?
Like-
Because it's like beautifully choreographed action sequences. Not that I'm saying this has it, but the idea of like I'm not gonna be critical about a movie for having like a 20-minute sequence where they just take everyone out. The movie is bad for other reasons, but I think when you have like beautifully choreographed like action sequences and it's seamless and the camera knows what it's doing, it's really fun to watch. That's why John Wick is so successful.
Eric is literally blaming Michael B. Jordan for everybody else's problems.
No. This one had nothing to do with Michael B. Jordan. This was just one of the things that I noticed towards the end because I was like, oh, this is a really cool scene, but this is also ridiculous. Like they're all trained killers, and this one dude, Michael B. Jordan, his character is just wrecking an entire building full of these people. While he's hurt.
I saw that scene, so I must have.
You got pretty far in the movie.
But
I must have like.
That also happens in John Wick.
I don't know if I'm trying to think. I don't want to defend the movie, but I don't think they're all trained killers. I mean, I guess they are. They're all hired killers.
You know what John Wick had that Remorse didn't have? A good DP.
Keanu. Yeah.
Keanu. Yeah.
No, that is. I think that really is it. Is like the camera just goes through those scenes so nicely. Yeah. Like a lot of people in action in John Wick. Yeah.
Well, that's
like I think that really is it. When you have like the director of photography was just knew exactly where to go and what to do.
That building scene probably would have been amazing if they pulled like a Daredevil. You ever see the first season of Daredevil?
You talking about the hallway fight?
Yeah. Like if they, I mean, I know that would have been almost impossible because it was like a 20-minute thing where he's like killing everybody in the building. But
yeah,
if they did some form of that, which I don't think they did, that could have been really cool. That could have been insane. But still, regardless, what I'm saying is, I mean, this like John Wick, you go in thinking that it's going to be ridiculous, like it's like a Fast and the Furious type of situation. Without Remorse, it's just a dude in the military, and he's just wrecking everybody. I mean, it's fine. It's like it's supposed to be a fun movie. I'm not.
Wasn't he avenging his wife's death though, or his baby's death, his pregnant wife's death, or some shit? I'm telling you, I was like, I couldn't follow. I was like pulled in and out, zonked in and out.
His pregnant wife's death. Yes.
Yeah. So
I think they just.
I mean, like I'm psycho.
The more that I think about this, the more that this movie is literally just like, what if we take every beat from John Wick, but with a camera operator that doesn't know what they're doing,
and we'll just put Tom
Clancy
like
in the whole thing, but like the whole like the thing that caused like the catalyst in John Wick is, you know, after his wife's death, she gives him this dog, he bonds with the dog, and these guys come and murder his dog, and then he goes and murders everyone else, and it's a revenge plot but about his dog.
But I think, you know what, that's also a reason where everybody's like, yeah, good for him, because like the dog is
go mess up those people.
But it's funny because John Wick, you care more about this dog that died than you do about this dude's wife who was pregnant, and that's how fucked up we are as a society. Or as a viewer.
To be fair, Twitter spoiled that whole plot line for me, so I knew it before I was even gonna.
I think it's in the log line.
Well, not that she was pregnant.
I think it's in the log line. After this man's death, this guy, he goes without remorse. He goes and avenges his wife's death. Like, I think it's just in there. Twitter didn't spoil it for me, but I think it's like in the title for Amazon. It's like, his wife dies. I'm like, bro, I didn't even start watching the movie. Why are you telling me this?
Twitter was talking about Lauren London. She was his wife, right? Again, because
she's in the movie
I don't know how to
why did they even get Lauren London? She dies in the first 20 minutes.
Paycheck.
They could have gotten Joe Schmo to be his wife. He could have been gay. Like, it didn't matter.
No, I'm not going to talk shit about Lauren London because I actually...
Lauren London was in something like when we were kids. Or...
I know.
She was like anyway.
She was Nipsey Hussle's wife. That's why I...
In real life?
Yes.
We got about 5 minutes.
On the whole show?
Yeah.
Oh
wow, that was fast.
It's all right. We did John Oliver and 3 reviews. Anyway, wrap this up. Wrap up this
I'm looking up Lauren London for you.
This is a terrible movie. This movie's awful. It's all right.
I cursed again.
Lauren London, she's got nice dimples. She's attractive. You kill her off, people feel bad. But then she's
ATL.
gone.
She was in ATL.
Maybe that's what we're all thinking about. I'm pretty sure she was
Probably.
in something else for like 2 seconds. I'm looking through my amazing notes that I got here. The building seems cool. Got that. The hit.
Medea's Big Happy
Oh.
Family she was in.
That's clearly what we're thinking about is
For sure.
everyone on this podcast, I'm assuming, has seen all of the Medea
I've seen
movies.
every single. I've seen
I
the
love
Broadway
Medea
show
movies.
Medea.
Tyler
Did you-
Perry is a god.
I can't tell if
and-
you guys are being sarcastic, but I'm
I've-
not. I have
I've-
seen all of them.
I've actually seen quite a few of Tyler Perry's
No, I haven't seen all of them. I've
movies.
seen
Yeah.
like Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the one with Bow Wow.
Dude, Tyler Perry movies.
the one with Bow.
Tyler Perry movies are only fun to go to when you go to the theaters. Otherwise, you can't sit there and just watch it by
No,
yourself.
I have to agree.
I think we got to do a live watch with a camera just exclusively on Eric's face so that I can do that all by myself.
It's just me staring.
Just
into the abyss.
we don't have audio from it. It's just an hour and 30 minutes of Eric's facial. Like, remember when Shia LaBeouf watched all of his movies
dude, that
in
was so
theaters
good.
and it was just a camera on his face?
Yeah, I remember
We're gonna do
that.
that, but for I can do that on myself.
Do you remember when he,
On Eric's
walked
face.
around with you remember when he walked around with a bag on his face? Can we just
Oh
give
yeah,
Eric
he's not
one of
famous
those?
anymore. Yeah.
Yo, I'll do that for Halloween. We have to figure out what we're gonna wear
Okay.
for Halloween. We'll still be around, right?
I'm gonna be
What?
Buttercup.
With
I'm gonna tag what's
the
her
real shit one on the WB
Yeah,
or
I
like
bet.
the cartoon.
The shit
Are you
one.
gonna be
from the
are you gonna be
WWE.
like a 6-year-old or are you gonna be like a really terribly dressed
Yeah.
adult?
I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and outdo the CW.
All right, really
Jeez.
quick. All right, last. Do we just roll out, or should we talk about this last thing really quick? Because it's gonna.
What
This
last
episode's
thing?
gonna. This episode's gonna come out right before SNL comes out, and
Oh, we don't need to talk about the Elon Musk stuff.
it wasn't gonna be. It
Basi-
wasn't gonna be about Doge though. It was gonna be about
Oh,
something
Eric's
else.
trying to make his portfolio fly up with
No,
our, with
I'm
our
done.
crazy
I
viewers.
already sold. Sold.
You sold all of it? I told you to scale out, you fuck.
I don't know what that means.
Shit.
I still got 300 in. Whatever. How many minutes we got, Jake? We don't have to talk about it. We'll skip it.
We got like 2.
2?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. We'll just roll out. All right.
Just neck that Modelo. Just chug
neck it?
Just
Take it to the face
Yeah.
and then drop it, then break it on your head, and that's how we'll close the episode.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the
Throw
clip
it
on
against-
Instagram.
Throw it against your brick wall behind you.
Is this what people do to get views? Is this
Yeah,
just
do
like-
it.
Just make all your roommates very worried about you.
I'm worried right now because somebody turned the fucking heat on when it's 70 degrees outside.
I genuinely tried not to say it. What are you doing? You don't even got your head tilted up. Come on, that was
He's
Stop
giving
because
it
you
a shot.
keep talking. I was trying to. You're hurting me
what was that? That was pathetic.
because you were talking shit about
That
me
was
before I even.
That was pathetic.
I can't. I had a terrible day yesterday and today, and I can't.
That means it should be better than
to have
that.
fun,
Take it out. Find your answers at the
and
bottom of that
I'm
Modelo
just
bottle.
being ridiculed, and I don't know why.
Here's the thing: is that you're wasting time, and there's in a second Modelo bottle that you're going to have to finish on camera too.
I told you, Jake, it was just set deck.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done with all of you.
Okay, but you're not done with that Modelo.
I'm not. Yo, Jake, you guys want to play video games? The three of us?
What video game?
I don't know. Fall Guys?
Let's roll out, and then we can talk about this.
All right. Thank you guys for coming to our first Zoom episode. Hopefully we never have to do this again, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to. We have unlimited minutes now.
It wasn't
Apparently.
as big of a disaster as I thought it was going to be.
Damn, you thought it was gonna be a disaster? You kept saying it was gonna be great. It's gonna be
I was
great.
speaking that, I was manifesting it, but
Damn,
it
Jake's the
a
one who
little
thought
bit-
it was gonna be terrible. You know what'll be great?
It
When I
might still
realize-
be. It might still be.
It might still be when we exit
I didn't
this
get the
and
video-
it
I didn't
says
record.
we didn't record.
And no one recorded.
I,
Wait, well, no, Jake, you still got the audio at least, right? No, that's not how this
Yeah.
works. Oh, all right. So there you go. If
Yeah,
we
I
don't
have the
have this
audio.
on video, then at least we have the audio version.
I'm gonna delete all the audio though.
Look, I'm in the clouds, bro.
I don't see clouds. I see just a. What
All
is
right.
that?
Welcome.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, Jake's closing us out. Let's go.
Well, because we're over an hour. Like, what do you want me?
No. We were also chit chatting for fucking 3 days before that. Okay.
I counted. I counted for that time, Eric.
Okay.
I know where we're at.
We're fine. Okay. This has been.
The Earth
this
is flat, not round.
What is she high? Okay.
I wish.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for coming to the Whole For Everything podcast. This is episode 8. Eight.
8.
8.
8. All right. We'll see you guys next week, every Thursday. And good night.
Good night.
What's up, bitch?